Welcome to 125 Breck Hill Road in Lyme. So we're gonna do the full tour now. I've already walked through the house. This is, this is one of the siblings' homes across the way. This was all one property, and in the estate, one of the family members got the house we're going to look at, and the other got this property. So they initially parked over here, which is why this house does not have a garage. So that's something you could add. Hey, how's it going? Good day for a little fat biking? No motors on those? No. Good, look at, you see a lot of those now. All right, there we go, chatting with everybody. So this is the 1790s original portion, the cape. It was completely taken down to the frame and all redone. So it's effectively a 1997 construction in there. This is all brand new. So this is going to include the master bedroom, which is what I'm looking at right now, kitchen, and a great room out the back. You see a little roof line peeking up above over there. That's the great room. And the architect was very careful to sort of tuck that in behind the house, and it's actually a lower level so that the roof line didn't jut up and, you know, give this house a very antique farmhouse feel from the road. So why don't we start over here? So this is all the owned land. It goes way back around that corner. As we know, there are 4 acres that are not conserved, and they are in this field here. So the line is right about the edge of that garage, and it shoots right down. And then over this side, if you look down that tree I'm pointing at in the middle of the frame, that is about the edge of the line for the land that is not conserved. So you could do whatever you wanted on this 4 acres, you know, as long as you can get it approved with the town, but you could do a guest house, you could do anything. The conserved land can have barn building. I guess it's clearly stated that you could do a barn, and sort of agricultural type endeavors and buildings would be allowable with the trust. They just want it to look pretty and, you know, like this, like an old farmhouse. That's really their vision. So, you know, no residential uses on the conserved portion, but you could do something else on the 4 acre piece. So I'll just take you for a little walk around before we go inside. Hot tub, little patio area with looks like a bluestone or something similar. Beautiful metal roof, 1997. Really nice stonework. We're just gonna do a loop around because then I can have it all done and we can go right inside. So this is the great room over here, and you can see what I was talking about, how it's a little bit lower. It does have a walkout. So they've done some really beautiful stonework here. That is just a great retaining wall, and that gets you right into the basement, and the heating system and everything is inside there. But that is daylight. It does have windows there too, so that could theoretically be something else. So really pretty raised beds over here. You can hear highway, but it's very muted. That is not something I would call egregious at all. Peonies, I know those. This is a nice composite fence, so that's going to be there for a long time. There's the neighbor, who apparently enjoys looking out on the view of this property. We're looking, when I circle back to the view, we're looking at Vermont over there. So that is Vermont. It's on the other side of 91. So that's going to be due west out that way. Some beautiful old trees. Look at this. But this is really, a lot of Lyme is like this. Just, they really work hard to keep it looking lightly developed and original. They do have a lot of zoning, and there are some big pieces of land in Lyme that can't be subdivided any longer just because it's just the way that Lyme likes it. Grand old tree here. All right, so let's get to work and go inside. So even though that door is right there, it's still a typical New England door, front door that nobody uses, no walkway to it. So this is our main way in. This is really in good shape. I mean, this is 97, but it's been meticulously maintained. You can just tell. Good construction, little drip edge right there. And a lovely porch. So, you know, it's like a little after 11. So this is east over this way. So the sun is starting to roll over towards the south, and this will be covered and cooler. Let's go to work. All right, so, I'm going to say hello. This is Chris Lang, the listing agent from Landvest, and Chris has already given me a wonderful tour, so I'm going to just go have fun. If you wanted to maybe just show them a little of this, that would be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So originally, in 1996, when they bought the property, was the original 1790 Cape with an L that came off of it. And the L, which is where we're standing in now, was completely disassembled. And the Cape was brought down, soup to nuts, down to its studs, with shoring up the foundations. And I don't know if you can see this. Maybe hold it up a little bit like that.
Yeah,
there we
that'd be
go.
helpful. Right.
Basically, they took the part we're standing in here completely down and then poured all new foundation under it, disassembled, storage the parts.
Sorry, this gimbal is having a hard time with all the movement. Let me just get it going again. Okay, I'm back.
So completely rebuilt this. So here's the original Cape taken down to the studs, and then the part addition that came out was completely disassembled, all dug out, all new foundation put in underneath it. This just shows the footings. Interesting, the power came up across the field to the south and then used to come across around in front of the house, so they buried the power lines.
Nice.
Got another angle with just putting in the new foundation. And this then shows, essentially, it's all new construction, the part we're standing in. You can see all the walls, and then they put back, this is in the kitchen area, the old beams exposed here. so that it looks old, but yet it's effectively all new under the part we're in here in the kitchen area. And then this is Douglas fir. This is the great room out here that Mark will show. This is going up. You can see the power lines right in the view shed, so that's why they put them underground.
That's so nice they're able to do that.
And this is in the primary bedroom suite, a vaulted ceiling, so this is just showing the framing for that.
Wow, great.
Again, all new.
Yeah.
So it's a 70-90 house, circa really 1997.
Great.
And
Oh, and
these are
this
some of the
is
murals.
super cool. Yeah, we'll talk to you about these, but these are murals that were behind walls, and then there was basically some
Behind wallboard, yeah.
behind wallboard.
Yep.
So that is a real treasure. We'll show you that.
And when they first redid it in 97, they put on cedar shake shingles. She was a purist. However, in 2018, the daughter replaced this roof with 24 gauge standing seam, which has a 60 to 70 year lifespan. These are good for about 20 years. So
What year did she do that?
2018.
Oh, so that's why the roof looks so brand new.
Yeah, the roof is brand new.
I thought it was 97.
60 to 70, yeah. So that's just showing you what was first.
Wow. Okay. I would have thought that roof had some more life left in it, but just whatever.
too, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's awesome. So I will have another sip of my coffee and then get ready to do a tour. I should probably just start down in the master, huh?
Sure. Work your way through south to north.
Yeah, I'm going to start on that and then I'll circle back. Okay. Thanks a lot for showing us that,
You're
Chris.
welcome. Yeah.
And I'll have questions, I'm sure. So, okay, we're in the foyer, and nice doors with, sort of almost like a milk paint, really pretty, just very traditional look, very antique look. Beautiful beams here. Oh, let me back up my camera. There we go. All right, that's gonna help. So, kitchen, powder room with beams. And you can just tell the craftsmanship when people are wrapping beams like that. That's some nice work. Beautiful. So we're heading down to the master wing. This is the laundry. Replete with an ironing board. And that's looking out onto the covered porch. Tons of uppers here for linens and towels and whatnot. Full sink. So I'm thinking these are probably 97, but we could find that out. And then there's a closet here too. All right, so let's get into the master. So lovely room. And there's that coffered ceiling. A lot of extra work to do that feature. Plantation type shutters. Built-in little media cabinet here. So we're looking right out onto the hot tub from here and the field. Transom windows. Bringing some extra light in, so there'll be a lot of light in the afternoon. And this is all southern light too over this side. More built-ins, bookshelves with some cabinets below. So this is the walk-in closet. This is all California closets. We did these all like a year or so ago. So these are all really new. This is like a barn board wallpaper, which is pretty cute. Nice scale room. I mean, that's a king size bed and it's swimming in here. Some really cool pieces here. I'll show it to the woodworkers I know out there. Really cool. And then a matching piece too. This was just redone as well. So this is just about a year old in here. Really pretty job of redoing it. Nice soaker. Nice backsplash. Here, John. Really high ceilings, probably 9-foot ceilings in here. And then a nice shower. Let me turn the light on. There we go, that's better. Very nicely done. All right, so moving along. That's actually a photograph of the barn right across the street. Okay, so nice. Carpeted all throughout here. And this is all radiant flooring too, all in this section. And Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Radiant runs through into the foyer too?
Yes, the entire first floor with the exception of the bedroom with
Okay.
the corridor murals in the bathroom that's
Oh.
next to it.
Okay, great. So there's your guest bath. I think I showed that already. So moving along. All right, let's take in the kitchen. And I mean, this is all 1997 too, but they use the variable width pine here, right?
Yes.
Nice.
All the appliances were replaced in 2019 with the exception of the microwave that dates back to 97.
Great. You make a good cup of coffee too. Thank you for that.
Coffee bar, cocktail,
Coffee bar.
hour.
Nice.
These have pull-out doors here.
And then you get the height, and then yeah, Chris is just showing us the drawers, nice, and then wine storage, and it's really nicely done. Really expansive kitchen, but good gathering space. I mean, there's just, in the fact that it's right off the great room like this, there's just room for so many people to mingle and hang out while people are cooking and preparing things. I mean, it's just a really grand space. And let's do the great room next. So here's those steps down. Chris mentioned the architect was mindful of not putting that roof line up above the house, so it had that sort of antique farmhouse look. So that's why we go down a few steps, and you'll see that when I get into the basement too. Big space, big Douglas fir beams, all the joinery. It's gorgeous. And this looks like cherry down here, Chris, huh?
I think it is. She said it was pine, but I think she's wrong with that.
Oh yeah, no, this is
It's cherry. I'm pretty sure it's cherry.
Yeah, me too.
Radiant heat.
Radiant heat down here too. And then the raised hearth. And that is a fireplace that clearly they're using. Yeah, and then the French doors take you out. And then this is that area. So you could, enhance the patio a little bit if you wanted to, but it's certainly beautiful. But might not be a bad thing to mow less too. But there's the stone wall. And I already did a nice loop around the outside, so I got to see all that. I walked right around the house and shot. I mean...
Hot tub went in last year.
It went in last year, okay. I mean, is this a baby grand? Or grand? Yeah, you barely even notice that that's in here, Lovely. Really nice detail. I mean, look at the way that this mantle's been done with the stones supporting it. Well thought out. And then these are built-ins in the corner here, clearly. And again, we've got all of the western views out here. So that'll be your sunset. And then the little garden right out here. Beautiful room. but still like intimate too, you know? Just with the beams and everything. It doesn't feel showy. Like the beams really bring it down to earth.
Right.
It's really nice. Mark's opinions show up on these videos too. Yeah, this is nice.
Little details like plugs in the side of the island are nice.
Yeah. Storage right here. And then these chairs all tuck in underneath, which is really nice.
Built-in workstation over there in the corner.
And that's built in, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's completely fits, and you don't need the space for anything. I mean, it's just the flow in this kitchen is killer. It's really nice. This is a really wide space. This is like over 6 feet wide here. Coming through, yeah. And then we have some pot lights coming down, but it's nice how have these, places to display things up top too. Killer. All right, great. Beautiful beam. So this actually was from this building?
Yes.
It was.
That was in the original L that they took down and then stored them in the barn and then rebuilt everything and put them back in.
Amazing. Amazing. Imagine that, like that many hundreds of years old and they look that good. They've probably done a little polishing.
They cleaned them up and
did a little staining or something.
Juggled them around and
Yeah.
sent them in different order so that they're true and
Yeah.
not every bending in them.
But like when you see details like this, like the sheetrock wrapping around the beam and there's like not even a drop of a gap between them, it's like, well, clearly the wood's seasoned.
Yeah.
It's done shrinking.
And then it's straight underneath. It's not moving.
It's just been done well. All right, great. So over here we're into, this will be the formal dining, but this, I mean, is really, it's almost like eat-in kitchen. It's that close, and we've got bench seat, and then more beautiful built-ins with the same.
For barn door.
Nice. Yeah, so nice mix of the, more modern features, but really keeping it to an original antique vibe, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of repurposed doors like we see right here. And I mean, even the way this header is right here, this beam, it's just gorgeous. Just, it's lovely how they integrated it. Great. And so here you are in the formal dining. Are they interested in conveying any pieces, do you know?
Focus on real estate. Terms are good.
I was slammed down on that one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I just don't know. She doesn't. It's undecided in terms of. Yeah, I think there's a lot of different items in here that she's keeping. So. Okay.
All right.
But just so she can compare apples to apples.
Yeah, of course. Don't mix it up. Yeah. So in this fireplace, Chris was saying, doesn't even look like it was ever used. Clearly.
Newly done, but wood burning.
I'm sure that's in good shape, right? Because that was.
Yeah.
And then this was all redone too in '97, but made to look.
Right.
Because it was all right down to the frame here.
Right. I think a lot of the parts in here are original, or if they weren't, they found them.
And there's actually a light switch in there
all
too.
Original to bring it back to its original state.
Yeah, that's such a cool design. I mean, with the taper, beautiful. Nice high boy in here.
And another over here, so you can do a serving break front over there to serve if you want to do a buffet or whatnot. The other thing too, it's interesting, they have the span here and there's no sag, so they've tied this in structurally into the beams up above.
Wow.
Probably sagged when they bought it, I'm guessing, because that's quite a long span.
That is an incredible span.
All the way across.
Yeah. Plus it's carrying weight from this load too. So that's a busy little beam right there.
Yeah. So it's still, 20 years the way it is. It looks great, no cracking in the wallboard or anything. So.
I mean, this is amazing too. The chair rail. That's probably new. It doesn't look like hand hewn or planed.
Not hand planed, so I'm guessing they probably beaded it and
But it looks great. All right, so now that's a different artist up there.
Correct. That's just a reproduction.
Okay.
But the original Rufus Porters are in the next two rooms. If you go through the bedroom.
So that's a Rufus Porter reproduction.
Yeah, a local artist did that in a similar theme, if you will, to the original Rufus Porter murals that are in the next room, just to tie it together.
Why don't you show us these, because these are super cool.
so-
Let's go ahead and look at
Yeah,
those.
in the bedrooms.
I won't give.
Obligatory front door that opens with another little china cabinet.
And this is pretty cool too, Chris. Like it's almost like the original
Very
wall
narrow.
structure, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's just made of boards, no studs.
It was literally done to like reproduce what would have been here before.
But structurally, it's all the beam is supposed to be.
Right. And this was the post and beam that made this house.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is the original frame. They didn't take this down. They just assembled it. They just
And-
shorted up the foundation, stripped it down so they could do new wiring, new plumbing, new insulation, new windows. So.
And like the gun stock corners are just left. Just
Right.
yeah.
And then also in here, they didn't replace these interior walls, obviously, because that's original plaster. So these are the Rufus Porter murals. Rufus Porter did these more to the south than southern New England, but in the early 1831 period, he did several homes here along the Connecticut River Valley. And these were actually unknown to the purchaser when they bought the property in 1996. They were hidden behind wallboard. And during the restoration, he took it off, and there they were. So you can see the holes where the wallboard was up higher, and it's just hung, encapsulated.
But
so
these are the original
yeah,
paintings.
these are the original. Yeah, it's impregnated. And Rufus Porter, industrial guy, has a whole book on him. You can find him on the internet. He had over 100 patents. He founded Scientific American magazine. So industrious guy.
Yeah.
Also an artist.
Oh, little built-ins here too is nice on the
and
sides of the
little
bed.
features you'll see it. They'll have independent switches, reading lights on either
Oh,
side of the
nice.
beds. Same thing in the primary suite off the end and upstairs. And then this could be used as an office, or as a little sleeping room.
For little kids, if you
for
have
little kids,
yeah,
dining room.
if you had guests here and they had kids, this would be perfect.
But in here, the Porter murals go all the way around. I don't know if you want to do it.
I
360. I can
do.
close this door actually, so you can.
Yeah. So, literally, this was all here, which is just incredible. The fact that they're in such good shape. All right, I've swung around, Chris. You can come back through.
Okay. And then it leads to a full bathroom. So again, you kind of have its own bedroom suite down here off this end of the cape.
This is insane. So beautiful. Little guy out in the field there. And again, with all these beautiful original doors. So these floors did come up. They were original. They were just, they didn't take these up.
They didn't take these up.
Okay.
In here. But the bathroom itself, new vanity, toilet, shower, fixtures, wallpaper, all was redone in 2021.
Yep, really nicely done.
And so this room and the Rufus Porter mural rooms have baseboard hot water heat, as does the upstairs in the cape. Everything else is radiant heat flooring.
Okay. Perfect. Little sitting area here. Yeah, really nice. All right, so heading on up. Yeah, I love what they did with these beams. Just so beautiful. Stair treads. So this is technically considered 2 bedrooms because we have the master and we've got that last room with the ensuite that we just saw with the Rufus Porter. So that's bedroom number 2. This is bedroom number 3. And bedroom number 4 is like a railroad car. So you have to go through this room to get to that room. But again, see all the beams. This is 2 twins put together here.
Are your windows open?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Very nice. And again, with carpet up here too. Storage under here, all carpeted. So this is a bathroom that these 2 rooms would share. Yes.
7'2" in the room to the east that you're off in, and 7'1" in here. So pretty high for a 1.5 story cape.
100%. Absolutely. And we've got nice high ceilings downstairs too, like all the, like 9-footers in all the new section.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Anyways, yeah. All right, so I think I showed all that. So yeah, nice one-piece shower, pretty straightforward. And we return to painted pine in here. It's actually a big closet, goes way back over there. We've got some knee wall, and I'm sure everything just looks pretty impeccable in here too. Yeah, look at this, all spray foamed. All the way down. And these are just the same beams we see coming up that they've sheetrocked around. Nicely done. Beautiful. So I think I'm going to take a stop on this, and I'll go ahead and pick up down in the basement.